Welcome back to day 16 of our journey to 2000 ELO on chess.com. Started snowing the other day, washed away today by the rain, and curious to see when we'll be getting snow again here in Trondheim in Norway. It's quite far north, but typically speaking we do get much milder or warmer weather than people as far north as we are do, because we've got like this underwater stream of water. Don't even know why I started talking about this. It's just something I I randomly started thinking about because, well, the weather here is quite different from what I'm used to back home, because although I'm from Norway, of course, where am I even going with this? I'm from Norway, and despite being from Norway, this city far up to the north here is much colder than what I'm used to, I guess is what I'd like to say. Let's come up with our knight, I think. And now we're apparently transposed into a Krauss variation. I want to go for this and grab the bishop maybe, but if we play this, I think this might be played in response. Isn't necessarily bad though. The knight jumps in though. Do we go here then? This might be played. Kind of developed a bit absent-mindedly here, but I think we're probably still fine. I think I got a bit carried away with my whole thought process there, but let's go and head into our game here. We're playing Rick Violini from Italy. We might have this. I think we'll be taking here actually, because if this is played, I think our opponent's king gets a bit too exposed and we might force it to move there. Well, this could be played, but we could apply pressure maybe after capturing here. Either way, I think this is our time to capture. And then I will see how our opponent recaptures with this pawn, which means we have one more central pawn, which hopefully should work to our advantage. Do we go here? This might be an option, but now the bishop can just come back, so maybe not. How about taking? If this is played, we might have this. Don't know how good it is though. How about coming up this way? We don't quite have a move like this, I don't think, because I don't see a follow-up here. A follow-up idea, or do I? Let's not discard this idea entirely, because in this position we've got two pawns already, right? And at the same time, this seems to be a fork. This has to be investigated. This, and this. Can the rook and the bishop be saved? I don't think so. I really do not think so. Let's say this is played then, and we take. This it doesn't trap us either, because the bishop is not protected there. Or is it? Never mind. Let's have a quick look. This. Well, if this is played, we could have just taken the bishop either way and we're up material. So yeah, let's take this. I genuinely do think this seems quite good. And we might even have this check at some point there, which could be really interesting. happen if our opponent doesn't take, but they do. We would have just went back maybe. But now we go. There is this move. Our opponent can just check us. Oh, but maybe not. Maybe not. Because we could have this in-between move, which could force something to block here, and then we can capture. Because if this was played, we were going to lose our queen like this, which would have really sucked. But I think the inclusion of this move here does a whole lot, because either way, well, this isn't playable because of this, but whichever piece blocks, then we just come here, and I think it looks good. If this is played, but then there might be just queen captures if we take this, and still we can't take because there is still this bishop move. Did we just lose a piece? We might have. Didn't really calculate this here, should have seen it maybe. The bishop does come back, and this becomes a bit scary now. Unless we have this. Do we? Oh, wait a second. Something fell down from my desk, and what just fell down was, I think I've got my HDMIs connected into, which isn't something I would like to fall down. If there's this, is this an in-between move? We can't, or we could block maybe. And if this, I don't think this is a problem. This still hangs. We've got this pressure. If the bishop takes, maybe we take. I think it's probably the best we've got here. This looks a bit scary, for our opponent at least. Let's just go ahead here and capture. If this is played, I think we go like this, maybe, hopefully picking up two pieces. Yeah, it's played. So let's come here, I think, and then grab the rook. Let's just have a look at our opponent's alternatives here. When we take, we would be going, or well, the king has to move. Most likely it goes here. And then we take, and I don't think we're getting trapped at all. Well, the knight can't even move because we just take the queen then. I think we can probably just go here and it should be good. This, but what happens if we go here and, no, this isn't a move because we come out this way. Yeah, let's just take. Think we might have salvaged this tactically. I hope. If our opponent blocks, don't think it does a whole, well, this might be an interesting block. Because then there might be this and this. And then I think the queen defends this, which it seems our opponent has noticed. And this probably loses the queen for us. So we can't take the rook, which is an incredible find by our opponent. And we can't castle either because of this bishop. Are we forced to go for this? But then we're just down a piece here, which is really bad. I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything here, but I don't think I am. We can't go here at all because we lose our queen. If we come this way, we lose it, and we can't take the pawn. Can't go here, can't go here. I would have liked for us to have more pieces here. Could we block this way maybe? I think this might be an option. If takes, is this a move? This. The problem is there seems to always be this move. This, if this is played. Oh, we can't even take because of this. So that's actually bad maybe. Are we just forced to move our queen back? I think we might be. Just accept we made a mistake. So how about going here, which has this threat as well as this threat? Could be interesting. I think that's probably what we'll do here. Try and force something from our opponent here. We can't allow them to castle for free. And then we probably just have to get our pieces out as quickly as possible, because that's long overdue. Can't castle though. We might play this to try and force the bishop out, because if it goes here I think it's a bit misplaced. Is this a move? It might be. But no, the queen moves over. But do we have this? I think we're probably going back to the same position then. This and this. Are we seeing a repetition here? But if we draw this, we lose 4 points. But should we be thinking about this in terms of points or not? Probably we should try and maximize our potential here for in terms of the results. So let's come back here. Maybe it might look like a repetition, and I guess it is. It doesn't really just look like one, but I didn't see a better move here. Because this is still an idea. And we don't have anything better, I don't think. And if we spend too long before playing f4, our opponent could try and play for a win here because of the clock. I think we've just got a worse position here by far, so most likely this is our best chance. At least we're generating a whole lot of troubles for our opponent with just a queen, which isn't really like I had to play. It's not really how I like to play the game, is what I was trying to say there. Not at all. Let's come back here, I guess. Yeah, we get a draw. A bit awkward, but that's how it is. It's not quite how I like to play the game, going for a draw here, but I think this was probably just our best option in the position. Let's just go ahead here and say thanks for the game. Lost 4 points, but that's not the end of the world. Let's just go ahead here and have a look at the analysis. We played with 82.9, our opponent played with 81.7. We had one blunder, otherwise we played quite well, but the one blunder was quite harsh. Yeah, let's just go ahead here and have a look. This was a bit short today. We played this, which is all normal stuff up to this point. Quite okay, and this was bad. And honestly, it would have been good if this wasn't a move. But it was. I spotted it a bit too late, and we had to play from this point. But I have to say I'm quite happy here with how we managed to create enough problems for our opponent to get this. Yeah, you can see the evaluation here says we're quite bad off. This is not a good position at all, but yeah. Maybe we could have had some chances, but most likely I think we might have lost here because we didn't have a lot of easy plans in the position. Our opponent could have easily castled, got their last piece out, and played for a good win with all of their activity. Well, we only really had our queen here. I thought this was worse than 2.5, which was the evaluation here. But well, it ends kind of anticlimactically here today. 60 minutes, so let's do something we haven't done in a little while. We'll go on ahead here and solve a couple of puzzles, just to get our tactical stuff down following the game here. First thing I noticed here is this would have been a mated one if it wasn't for this bishop. Anything else here? Is there this move? I don't think it's a possibility. Yeah, I don't think so, because after this I don't quite see our move. We can't take either, then we just lose material, so that's probably not the idea here. We can't check with this bishop. So which moves do we have here? We're even in material, but this pawn is awkward if it's allowed to run loose. Here, if we might have to calculate this line actually, because there is some stuff going down here perhaps, which could get interesting in some positions if the bishop is allowed to live. So is there some tactic here? I was looking at this quite briefly, but I do not quite see. Oh, now I think I see it, because in this position this can't be played because we have this, and the rook is pinned to the king, so it can't recapture. So I think we're actually supposed to play this. Rook still can't take here because of this, so the queen has to be the one taking. And now the king is forced up. And now we just have to find the correct continuation here. I think it might be this. Forces the king to this square. But do I see anything concrete here then? We don't want to take here, I don't think, because if we trade down material, that's probably bad. Maybe this? This looks interesting because it forces the king this way, up to the center of the board. It's correct. How about this? Our opponent can't block because we just take. So if we check, our opponent can't go here, 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 can't go here, so they have to go here or here, and either way I think we can go to f5 with our queen afterwards, and I think it might be checkmate on either square. So let's come up here, and this is checkmate. That's one puzzle. Let's go for a second. Okay, so we're looking like we're quite close to checkmate here. This is interesting because it forces the king here, which reveals an attack like this once we move the knight. This, where do we go? I think we go here. Then the king is forced back here, and we have a checkmate on this square. Oh, it's incorrect. Oh, there is just a quicker mate here, maybe? But isn't this mate in 3 as well? Like this? So then we'll have to come up with an idea as to why this was not the best way of doing it. Maybe because the king can come up and it's not as quick of a checkmate as the other one that's first mate in 3, because the king is just in a bad spot here, I think, still, but it's not as quick in terms of checkmating. Oh, never mind, let's come here. Yeah, this is the mate. One more puzzle. Yeah, it's got to be this, 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 and this, and we've got a back rank checkmate. Let's do 4. One more here. What am I seeing this time around? Well, we've obviously got some strong attack going here against the king. If we go here, the king is forced to this square. What happens if we try to take, or not quite take, actually what I want to do is come to this square and get this position, and if the king comes here, we've probably got checkmate with the rook down here, which I think looks to be correct. So we have the king moves, which indicates never mind, it doesn't indicate a whole lot. This is what we calculated, never mind. But I think it's this, this, this. But can the king go here then? No, but then we just got this, which is a promotion, and we win. Okay, let's come up. We'll take, and now, yeah, this seemed to be correct. We have checkmate. 5 is the lucky word today, I think, or the lucky number. We'll be going for 5 wins here. 5 wins, not quite. 5 puzzles. Okay, we're down 1 pawn, so we don't easily win by trading off like this, I don't think. What else then? Oh, we've got checkmate in 1. This is covered by the queen, so let's just come down. Okay, so that's it for the puzzles today, I think. The game was a bit anticlimactic there with the ending, so we went for a few puzzles, and I think they worked out quite well. Still a short video, but some are, and others, like yesterday, are a whole lot longer. Let's just stop the recording. No, let's not stop the recording. I'll first go ahead here and say our usual words for the end of the video. Thanks to our opponent today. Thanks for watching to the end of the video, guys. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your days, and I hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye bye.